Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, Isis, Imitation of Life. The Goddess Next Door helps a young black girl overcome racism during the era of Jim Crow in this Golden Age Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Imitation of Life in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. On March 5th, I will be launching the official Isis graphic novel, Indiegogo. And with this Indiegogo project, I'm looking to raise $25,000 to pay for the production costs of an adaptation of the upcoming Isis series book, Isis All That Glitters, as I try to create the first comic book for the SJS Direct imprint. Now, the costs for this graphic novel break down as follows. Now, the Isis graphic novel will feature two stories, the Isis All That Glitters main feature and the adaptation of the story Esteem No Good Deed, and both of these will be penciled and inked by Bill Walko. Now, those costs for Bill's art will be $9,300, and those are a fixed cost. Now, the other costs that are involved in this Indiegogo have to do with the colorist and the letterer, and for the printing and shipping of the graphic novels in paperback format and in electronic format. And the two rewards right now are going to be either a paperback edition of the first Isis graphic novel or a digital version of the Isis graphic novel. If we can exceed the amount of money that I need to raise funds for, I would like to add some stretch goals like a variant cover or even some prints or a couple of pinups, but we'll have to see where things go. Now, the reason why I chose March 5th to be the launch date for the Isis graphic Indiegogo has to do with Comicsgate, and it has to do with the launch of the upcoming Marvel Studios movie, Captain Marvel. Now, many people who are a part of Comicsgate and many people who are a part of the comic book collecting community, the sci-fi community, and the fantasy community, they all express their extreme dislike for the Marvel Carol Danvers version of Captain Marvel. And many people say that this character does not represent what they want to see in a heroine. Now, with the Isis character, many people like the Isis character, and they like the whole concept of the Goddess Next Door. And what I want to do with the Isis graphic novel Indiegogo is offer all of those people who are a part of Comicsgate, all of those comic fans, sci-fi fans, and fantasy fans, an opportunity to purchase an alternative to what they say they don't like about Captain Marvel, and then show that there is an audience for a story that features a heroine in a lead role, and show that there is an interest in buying stories featuring heroines in lead roles. So with the Isis graphic novel Indiegogo, I want to show that there is an audience for a heroine in a comic book, and I want to show that there are people out there who want to spend money on a story featuring a heroine. Moreover, what I want to show with this Isis graphic novel Indiegogo is that comic fans want a different type of story and a different type of story model for heroines. Now, a lot of people, they complain about Captain Marvel, and they complain about the identity politics related to the character, the excessive feminist propaganda in that story. And with this Isis graphic novel Indiegogo, I want to take readers back to basics as related to the heroine story. Now, with this Isis graphic novel, the story All That Glitters, it is a story that is a traditional comic book trope, which is known as the bank robber story. And what I want to do with this story is show readers and show people all over the world that the traditional bank robber story can be published today, and you can put a fresh perspective on that old bank robber story and still make it entertaining for readers of today. Now, ISIS All That Glitters and East Team No Good Deed will be a all ages comic, and it will be geared towards readers of all ages. The stories will be accessible to readers of all ages. And I want to make this comic as fun as possible for readers and people who have read the script, first 10 pages of the script for All That Glitters. They have given me incredibly positive feedback. And when I did East Team No Good Deed and I wrote it as a story, it was extremely popular on Amazon.com a couple of years ago. In fact, it was so popular, it got 3,000 downloads in less than 2 months on Amazon and Smashwords as a short story. And that's one of the reasons why I want to bring that story to comic books, and because a lot of people like that story because it was an old school story where a heroine took on robbers and defeated the bad guy. So both of the stories revolve around the theme of the old bank robber story or the old stick-up robbery story, and both of them put a fresh take on it that readers can enjoy, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to share both of those stories with everyone, and I'm hoping that everyone comes out on March 5th to donate to the Indiegogo, and I'm hoping that this project is successful once the term of the Indiegogo is completed. You can read the first 10 pages of the script for All That Glitters and the script for East Team No Good Deed by clicking the links in the description box, and I'm hoping you'll be there on March 5th to donate to the Indiegogo. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.